fans of the pedal. This is video number 1 in a series of 6 videos for the new GLab from Poland Reverb pedals, which should clock in, and don't nail me down on that, between somewhere 100 and 120, 130 euro, which is a good price point. So let's take a good look at all of them. We're starting with the Chaos Drive, which is a drive. What I love about the pedals is many things. Step number 1 is easy to demo, because they only have 3 knobs. I love a drive with 3 knobs. Well, with the drive, I have to put in a whole bunch of amps, which we'll also do. But, well, pretty damn easy to demo. So, this is what they look like. This is not what this one looks like, because this one is red. They all have different colors, and one of the special things about them is that the little LED always lights up in the color that the pedal is, even though the pedal's not on, which I'll bitch about later. But it's kind of neat, because when you look at the top of the pedals, they're all black. So the LED will signal to you visually what the pedal actually is on the side. The design and build quality of these is as good as any high-level boutique pedal will get, which means super nice ineinander geschäftetes Aluminium in German. Kind of 2U aluminum things put together. I like it. We got little screws. 3, I think, then metal knobs with a nice indicator. And we have this, we probably see this better from the desk or the side cam. We have this soft click switch right here, and you can see there's a spring. So it's a soft click, but it's a very unique GLab soft click, which you could also find on their switches, with a cool graphic on it saying stomp here. So there's an in, there's an out, no nut or around it, but that's totally fine. So that's flush on the side, and we have Midi. That's very special. And we have this really cool, that's the way I want it, the 9-volt right there, chassis mounted. That's as good as that will get. Also at the bottom, it comes with 4 rubber feet, and they show you where they should go. And there's also 2 threads for 2 screws that come with it. So you could screw this onto a pedal board, make 2 holes, and then bam, it's set for life. Now the Midi is for switching the pedal on and off remotely through Midi. So there's an in and a through. And that would allow you to have, let's say, a looper switcher pedal with 5 inputs, maybe 5 loops, 6 loops, whatever. And you could even put these in front of the looper switcher or behind it, or all of them in one loop. And then through Midi, hook them all up, turn them on and off remotely using continuous controllers. The analog pedals are using channel number 11, and the digital pedals, 3 of them are using channel number 10. You send a continuous controller with 127 that turns them on, and then 0 that turns them off. So you're not necessarily using up space in your looper switcher with any of the Reverb pedals if your looper switcher has Midi. That's a really cool feature, which means you can expand even though your switcher is already full. What else? I love the build quality. Love the simple design. Oh yeah, let's look at what's in the box. What's in the box? Very cool box. Nicely packaged. Comes with, as I said, the feet. 2 little strips of Velcro. It's the double loop mega stuff, the dual lock, so you won't need more than these 2 little things. And then it comes with, working on it, this connector, which if you choose to have more than one of their pedals, goes in here. And you can literally build yourself a little pedal board, and they're as close together as pedals can be. Pretty damn neat. You could have a row of 6 and you have all of them. Collect all. So we put these here so it looks neat. That's as far as the build thing goes, which apparently now I can repeat 5 more times in upcoming videos. Oh yay. Watch them all. Collect all my videos. onto the thing that we're looking at right now, which is very simple. It's the Chaos Drive. We have a kind of a weird cutout because the camera is hanging perpendicularly over the pedal, but the pedal is slanted, very slanted. So it does get quite high up here. Maybe you want to make sure when you're putting this on your pedal board and your pedal board is slanted, not to put that in the upper row because the upper rows are usually higher. And then this might actually be so high that it might not fit in a case. So make sure that the height works, or put them on the lower row on your board. So as you can see, the light right now is on. Actually, here you can see it. Damn it, I can't demonstrate that. Because here it looks off and then very much on. But that's just in that camera. Go to the side, Leslie. Let's see if we can show it there. Yeah, you see, it's on and differently on. So it's on, so it's red, showing you that it's the red pedal. And then it's more red. I wish they had figured that out differently. I wish, for example, it was on, showing you red pedal. And then when you turn it actually on, it blinks. That would be more clear. Right now it's like, oh, it's on, but is it on or is it more on? Michiel, my buddy, was here and said, that's totally fine for me. I don't have a problem with that. But then again, what the crap does he know? I'll bitch about it. So a blinky light would have been a little bit more clear. That being said, we're going into the AUX with the 412 preamp backloaded cab. We're also miking the Tone King cab with the Lewitt MTP 440. Right now you're hearing the Tone King. Is it off? Yes, it is. And we're going to go into a whole bunch of amps afterwards, but right now into the clean amp, which sounds like so. No delay. With this Friedman Vintage S, which has Le Humbucker and Le Single Coil. Beautiful. We're gonna go low gain, middle, single coil. Super dynamic, very nice. And it really lets the single coils. It really lets the pickups be the pickups. The quality of your guitar is completely not masked by the pedal, which I very much like. More gain. It's soupy and creamy and chunky. Campbell's. it's not ridiculous amounts of gain because it's a drive. So that's where it ends. It's also meant to push an amp, which it can do. So that's all the gain there is. Take it back a bit. Let's look at the tone control. Nice and singy. Not too much, so it's for subtle adjustments, and of course volume, no volume, and loads of volume. A little bit of the blown up amp sound, and it does that beautifully. So really just saturated like crazy. That's just more than the amp wants to handle, which is kind of cool. Oh, there we are. More amps. So we're going to go into the Marshall Mini Plexi, which by itself sounds like so. So the SV20H. So far, the drive never blows up too much in the bottom end and gets super muddy. It gets saturated and dense and a little bit fuzzlicious when you're really pushing the amp, but it never is too much. It becomes alive in a way. Nice with the Marshall. We move on to the other Marshall, the JCM 800, which should be cranky a little bit because it didn't have its coffee. Well, it would if I turn it on. Which means we're moving on to the Rev D20 first. On clean. Not on clean, I pulled the knob. So on knob pulled. another Marshall JCM 800. So yeah, it really gets it saturated and denser. Morgan AC20. That's a Voxy kind of a thing. Not U Siri. AC20, not Siri. Works really nicely together. That's a good combo. Let's go into the Syn 50 from Synergy right now on the OS module on clean. That's a dumbly kind of sound. Oh, thick! Orange Reverb by itself. Orange is always different with pedals. It always gets really thick and very, very, very gainy. Okay, moving on to the Jet City Emilia, which is a less expensive amp. That's on Ori Driven. Gonna move on to the Achilles Argos right there, which is a basement type amp. I'm gonna take the brightness down here because that's gonna be brutal. And back to the Tone King. So, that was our journey. Thank you, Leslie. Through and with the GLab Rebel Chaos Drive. Rebel is the series, GLab is the company, Chaos Drive is the model. Now, what do I think? Well, I love me a simple pedal. 3 knobs, can't really go wrong with that. It does work with every amp. The tone, low and high, is not to drastically bend the signal, but to gently adjust it to the amp of your choice, which it does really well. Your amp's a little bit bright, take it down. Your amp needs brightness, take it up. What stands out to me is the dynamics of the pedal. It is ultra responsive to your playing. I can tickle out more drive and aggression. I can pull it back. It's all about you and how you play it. And I love that about a pedal, when it's not in my way, when it doesn't put its will on me. So it does that really well, and it's not an expensive pedal. It's a modern pedal. It doesn't, not sound-wise, but in terms of features. It doesn't try to be a tube screamer or a clone. It has Midi. Not because it's a digital pedal, but it has Midi because you can turn it on and off remotely. Actually, I love everything about the GLab Rebel series and the Chaos Drive, except for the little light, which would be nice if that right now was flashing instead of just being red, and a brighter kind of red. I love the soft click switch. I love the people behind it. GLab are nice people. And I'm not saying this because they're paying me to make this review. I'm saying this because they're nice people. I've worked with them for quite a while. They make great looped switches. The size of the pedal is good. Everything about it works. Is it going to give you a tube screamer, a clone, a metal zone? No, it gives you the Rebel Drive, which is low to moderate amounts of gain, pushing an amp further, and being extremely dynamic while having modern features and a good price tag. That's what I think. There will be more of these videos about other Rebel pedals. I'm saying goodbye. Links below. Thanks, Leslie, for switching. And animals at the end.